Welcome to summer, everyone. I have got my hands on one of these Best Way Steel Pro above ground pools, and I have to say it is the best money I have spent all year. I was a little bit concerned about setting this up on my own, but it was a piece of cake. So I thought I would make this video to talk you through how to set them up. Sometimes watching a video is a little bit easier than following instructions. I'll show you how simple it is. I think I did it in less than 2 hours and then filled the pool, and it was immediate fun. Now, the first thing I did was actually put out some foam padding underneath and then put my plastic lining on top. Unpackage and lay out all of the poles. You'll find that there are 3 types of poles. There's pole A, which is quite small, 2 longer poles which click into each other. They will be your vertical poles. You want to then slip pole A into the sleeves at the top, all the way around the top circumference of the pool. These T-shaped pieces then fit in between all of the pole labelled A, which you've slipped around the top circumference of the pool, and it holds them together with these little pins which you can push down through the holes and then they click into place. There's also a little rubber stopper to stop them from moving about or popping out. The next step is to add the vertical poles, so click them together first and then you pop them into the T bracket and get them and stand them up as vertical as you can. The bottom half of that vertical post should also slip under. There's a little slip or a pocket where it slips under just to hold it in place and so that those posts don't kick out. You also want to pop these black feet onto the bottom of those posts. So now you have this nice crinkly shell, and you're going to add about 1 inch or 2 of water, so maybe like 5 centimeters of water, to help you push out all of the wrinkles on the bottom. So smooth out that bottom as best you can. It was a bit of a strenuous task to push out all of those wrinkles, but it really pays off to get it as smooth as possible. So now we're going to build the ladder. Lay these 2 long pieces down on the ground. That way, as you slide the rungs of the steps down, you can keep them level. That way they're not going to be difficult to slide. But underneath each rung, you have to put on one of these clips, as you can see here. These clip into the little indentation marks on the posts. And as you can see, there's a little bit where they slide into the step and it clicks down into place and stops those steps from moving when you're using the ladder. So make sure that you shift those down onto that correctly. It's a little bit stiff, but you can do it and it will make it stay securely in place. Do this for both sides of the ladder and then put the top piece on and screw that into place with the screws that are provided. I've used some pliers just to help make sure it gets really tight and it doesn't wobble about as the kids are climbing up and down. I've also done it with the flat part of the screw on the inside of the ladder so that it's not scraping legs as we climb in and out of the pool. And lastly, we are going to set up the filter. So it looks a little bit complicated, but it's not really. You should have 2 shorter length pipes and a longer one, and you set it up in a Y configuration. So the 2 shorter ones attach to the side holes. They go down and join to a longer piece which attaches to the filter. And then there's another piece which goes from the filter back into the pool. So what will happen is where the Y pieces join, they are filtering or sucking water out into the filter, which is then pumping it back up into the pool. So where each of the hoses join the pool or the filter, you need to push them on all the way very securely and then use these clips to clip them into place, and that holds them into place really well. Inside of the pool, in the 2 lower positions where you've set up the Y-shaped pipes, you want to put these 2 pieces in. So they just filter out any large debris like leaves so it doesn't get sucked down into the filter. You just pop them in, they just slide straight in. And then at the other position, which is the higher position where there's a hole and a pipe, is your inlet valve. So that's pumping the water back into the pool. You want to add this one. Lastly, you need to set up the filter so that it works properly. So allow the pool to fill completely. This will also fill the filter with water. Gently unscrew the cap which is on top of the filter until water starts coming out. That means all air is removed. Close that cap up again so it's nice and tight. Wait a moment and then you can turn it on and it should work beautifully. So once that's all done, you can fill your pool following whatever your local guidelines are for filling pools using that much water. Also, don't forget to follow your pool safety requirements, such as putting up a pool fence. But other than that, enjoy your pool, have a wonderful summer. I know that my kids and I are really loving having this addition to our home.